guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I'm going to do a look that was requested by Glamburger, one of my followers. She also has her own channel, which is really cool, so I subscribed. I suggest you do too. And that was for a sunset type of look. So she had said maybe oranges, pinks, and I'm going to add in a little bit of yellowish gold, and I'm going to try to do my best. So that is the first request in terms of shades that I'm going to do. I'm still working on my makeup collection tour. It's a lot. I have a lot of stuff. But I promise it's coming up. Which was also requested. And I just got a request for a full face of highlighters. Do y'all want to see that? I was like, girl, do you hate me? I'm just kidding. No, I can't even imagine what that's going to look like. But I will try. So we shall see. But today we're going to do a sunset eye. And we'll see how it goes. So I swatched some of the shades that I was thinking about using on the back of my hand. I feel like the hot pink isn't transferring as pink on camera as much. So let me go see if I can find one other palette that might be a little bit more pink, and I'll be right back. For you, it'll only be a second. Okay, I think I found an alternative or something that I can at least mix with that pink. So we're going to give it a shot. And I already did my brows with my e.l.f. pencil. My brows are just struggling today, and my hair is struggling as well. It is so hot outside, and it's humid, and it rained all last night and this morning, and it's supposed to storm again in like an hour. So my hair just isn't going to do anything today, so I just put it up. But anyhow, without further ado, we're going to get started. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Pink Sweets with a 1 instead of an I. And don't forget to enter the giveaway. And there is a bonus giveaway if you watch my Whatever Happened in That Palette Wednesday tutorial. So make sure you enter. I'm using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as a base today. And I'm going to go in with that first and just put that on both eyelids. I will also be using the NYX glitter adhesive for some of the shades because some of them are very shimmery and I like to give them, you know, the benefit of the doubt. So the first shades we're going to go into is we're going to use Sandbar from ColourPop. This is going to be one of those tutorials where I use multiple items instead of just one palette. So this is Sandbar from ColourPop. And I pulled out the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. It's like this little mini palette. And it has 2 pinks that I can choose from as well. And it has an orange actually. So, but I know which orange I'm going to be using. So let us get started. I'm going to start with a pencil brush. It looks like this. It is from that Morphe Blue collection. And I'm going to go an inner and outer corner with pinks. So I'm going to start with Sandbar, and then I'm going to move to the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette if I feel like I need it. So for this color, I'm not going to use the glitter adhesive because it is a matte shade. Just make sure there's no creasing. Okay. It is, I'm not even kidding, it is so hot, you guys. And I'm so tired today. I don't know why, but I just really had trouble sleeping last night. And then I had somewhere to be. I had to be at a doctor's appointment really early this morning. Whew. So, yeah, I think I slept for maybe an hour. It's to the point where, and I kid you not, I went out the back door and I was like, oh crap, I forgot my phone. So I come in the back door to come back inside. And instead of using my key to get in the door, I'm pushing the car unlock button to get in the door. That's when you know you're tired. And then I was like, why isn't it, what am I even doing? Like, I could not believe it that I did that. I I must have just been so tired. So, still am, I guess, because I still haven't slept. So I'm putting that on the outer corner and the inner corner. For the inner corner, I use that pencil brush, and for the outer corner, I'm going to be using the MAC 217, which looks like this. This one is stained. I'm just making sure that there's no color left on it. I have a little color switch here in my lap. And yeah, I got some of it off. So I'm going to put that sandbar color again on the outer. And I used something different to moisturize today. I know, a shocker. I used the, what did I use? Oh, I used the Oil of Olay. It's like a Fresh Effects moisturizer. It's very lightweight. I didn't really feel like it needed anything too heavy because it is, like I said, so hot outside. And people, I'm sure, in parts of the country are like, that's not hot. You don't know hot. But, and honestly, I guess for my area as well, it's not that hot, but it's like very humid. Like you can feel that it's about to rain like instantly. I just went into the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette and I took that really hot pink one instead of like the purpley one. But yeah, our area is so humid. I live outside of Washington, D.C., and it is just, especially once you get around like closer to 4th of July, like June, July, August, it's just nasty. So that is that. I'm going to use a little bit of the more purpley toned one just because in sunsets you do find purple. So I'm just going to put that on the outer only, but not, well, no, I'll go in the inner as well. It's not really changing the tone too much, but, and then I'm going to go into the NYX Glitter Adhesive. I'm just putting a little bit on my fingers, really the tiniest amount, and I'm just rubbing my fingers together. So what do you guys have planned for the weekend? It's the weekend officially, almost. I can't believe it. This week was so short because of Monday being a holiday for a lot of people. And I'm just tapping that in. I don't know what we have planned for this weekend. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really, I guess. Right, well, I mean, we're going to be working on the house. I am now going, I should probably tell you that before I do it, right? I'm now going into the Morphe 3502 palette. Looks like this, and I'm using this pumpkin-y orange, like shimmery shade right here, which I actually still have this because I thought, oh gosh, I have to have that palette, and I've used it only a couple times, but it's the shade Sauce. And I might use the shade Fire next to it a little bit as well. Not right now, though. I'll let you know if I do. And I'm just stamping that on either side and kind of blending it into the pink. See that? It's such a pretty, like, bright, fiery orange color. I love it. I'm doing it on both sides. Trying to leave a little bit in the center bare, but if we cover it up, it's okay. The shade that I'm going to put in the center is only going to be, I'm only going to put a little bit of it, and it's going to easily, I mean, it's very pigmented. It'll easily cover. It'll easily go where I want it to, is what I'm trying to say. I still haven't watched the movie that I rented from Netflix. It's called like 3 Billboards Outside of something, Missouri. And my neighbor said it was really, really good, so I got it. And every time I go to sit down to watch it, I either fall asleep before I even start it, or I say I'm going to watch it, and then I take my dog for a walk, or I go swimming or something, and then I get home too late, and then I'm like, okay. Because that's a movie that my husband and I are going to watch together. Some movies I watch by myself because I love horror movies, and he likes them, enough, but they're not his favorite, if you know what I mean. So I watch a lot of like not that great horror movies. I'm going into the Magic palette from Juvia's Place. It looks like this, and I'm going into this shade right here. Okay, this is called Nubia, and that is what it looks like. And I might as well just use the part that I put on my finger. I'm just gonna pop that right into the center. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness, I like that. Look at that. That's what I needed. That was a great idea. Thank you so much for suggesting it. Glamburger. Wow. She said pink and orange. I figured, but then she said sunset. So I figured it would be okay if I added in a little yellow. I'm grabbing the MAC 217, and I'm just going to go above the gold and kind of blend out that pink just so that it kind of, continues to create that halo. Oh, that's so pretty, you guys. I told you I'm trying to get into more like bright looks. I always do colorful, but I feel like a lot of times the colorful becomes dark because I use such a dark like outer V shade, and I think this look and my last one, I've really pushed myself to stay on the bright side and not allow it to get too dark and crazy on the outer. So now that's all I'm going to do on the upper for right now. I'm going to grab a Neutrogena wipe. I actually decided to try the regular ones. This is the blue packet instead of the night calming ones, and I like them. They're good. I would say they're just as good as the night calming ones. They smell a little bit different, and I think they're a little bit wetter, or more wet. So I'm just going to clean up the fallout, kind of give it a little bit of a sharp line. It's not as sharp as usual. Maybe it'll be as sharp as usual. Let's see. So the AC in my car is currently not blowing enough cold air. We had it replaced last season, and sometimes when you do that, it ends up, from what I understand, needing a recharge like shortly after. Like it needs a little bit more Freon added in once it runs through the system. So we need to do that. Our neighbor is actually going to do that for us and put that in. He is a mechanic, and I can't wait because, oh my gosh, when I was running errands, and my doctor's appointment was really early, so by the time that I got back from that, or by the time I got done with that, it was just starting to get hot, but once it did, I'm going to use this. I've used it one other time before, and it is the High Spreadability Fluid Primer by The Ordinary. This is a Canadian brand. You can get it lots of different places in Canada. You can get it at Super Drug Mart, and is that what it's called? Yeah, Super Drug. Right. Shoppers Drug Mart. And you can get it, I believe you can get it at Superstore in Canada, but in the US, I know that it's available at Beautylish, and I want to say Sephora started carrying it, didn't they? I don't know. Somebody let me know down below. I know Beautylish carries it, but that's where I got that from. But I wanted this is very silicone-y, very slippy feeling, and that's what I wanted because the foundation that I'm going to use, slick down my baby hairs a little bit with that too. They annoy me so much. I'm trying to grow them out. I'm going to use, the two foundations I'm going to use are very matte and very they need hydration and slippiness. This is the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. When I tried it by itself in my Makeup Revolution video, I did not like it, but I do like it mixed with certain other foundations, and this is one of them. I'm going to be mixing it with the Maybelline 24-hour, that nobody needs makeup for 24 hours. I put this in my favorites. This is the 24-hour foundation, by Maybelline. The Super Stay, I think is what it's called. And my Sonia Kashuk sponge, I just washed it. Actually, I'm just going to take a little bit of foundation and rub it on the end. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I find, and it's funny because Karen from I Love Sarai just said the same thing. I find that when I just go in with a freshly clean one with nothing on it, sometimes it'll pick up product more than it blends it out well. So sometimes I just put a little foundation on the end of it to prevent that from happening. This Maybelline foundation is very full coverage. And like I said in my favorites video, it is sometimes a little bit difficult to work with because I find personally, out of all the foundations that I own, I find it the most difficult to blend out and really get seamless. But once I do, I feel like it is beautiful on the skin. And I thought maybe if I put a slippy foundation, a hydrating, slippy type of foundation underneath it, it might help blend it better. And so far, I was right. This is really a very light shade. I think maybe I've gotten a little bit of sun recently on my natural skin because when I put this on, it's whew, ghost white. Yeah, that primer, that type of primer definitely helped because for me anyhow, I don't know if anybody else has that problem with this foundation or if it's just me, but before I really had an issue blending it out. It was really, I don't know, it was just really, it would take me just forever for it to not look cakey, but then once I got it there, it was I was oh, I love this so much, but, and it still takes a little bit longer than a normal foundation or a different foundation. But now it looks pretty even. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Makeup Revolution concealer. This is in the shade C1. You guys, can you recommend a good concealer that you guys love? Because I'm almost out of this one. I'm using up, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the MAC Longwear Pro Longwear Concealer. I don't even really think I need concealer with this foundation, but I like to try to use up products. So, but I really want a concealer I don't know. I don't need something too heavy, like not Shape Tape heavy, but just something different. I want to try something different. It can be drugstore or high end if you guys have a recommendation. Anything will do, as long as you guys like it. Guys, the weekend means we're only a few days away from the giveaway. And I think we only have 22 more subscribers we need in order for this bonus to kick in. So, just saying. We're getting there. I'm going to use the Maybelline Better Skin foundation, powder, not foundation, in order to set my makeup because it's a little bit darker than the other, than this ghostness. So I think it'll be a good, I think it's a good thing to put over it just because I think that it'll make it less ghosty white. I hope it will. This brush smells funny. Not funny like as in a bad way. This foundation, really, honestly, could probably go without being set. Because it really sets down to almost like a powdery finish. And it can go cakey really fast if you're not careful. But I always set every foundation, so I'm just doing what I normally do. And first I'm gonna wipe this stuff off the back of my hand. And then, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't mind swatching on the back of my hand. I don't mind using the back of my hand to, put my foundation on to grab it from. But I just don't like leaving it there. So now I'm just taking a little bit of that powder and just really setting under the eyes and on the sides of the nose because that's where I have the most issue with movement. I'm so happy that these colors are transferring on camera because I did one look. It was like a festival look, and I had like 5 different colors on or something, and it only looked like I had like 2. So sometimes in different lighting, certain looks just won't show up. I'm using the Sweetie Pie bronzer from Too Faced. And I'm just warming up the face. I'm just putting it where I would contour and bronze. Thank you guys so much for being the best, by the way. You guys really are. You are the best. And I cannot wait. I have some really exciting giveaways coming up for you guys. I have some items that I think I mentioned in another video are like, maybe I didn't, I don't remember, that are limited edition items from years past. And, they are really special items, so I'm really excited. I just want to say thank you, and let you guys know that I appreciate you. That I really, truly appreciate you. And not just as subscribers, but as people that, because my goal for my channel, one of my goals, was to be able to really talk about makeup with people that love it as much as I do. Or at least almost as much as I do. Just kidding. I'm going into the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm using that pink. Putting it on the lower lash line, on the inner and the outer. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's like a truck outside. I don't know why the truck is in my neighborhood. I think it might be a lawn truck working on the area outside, but I just hear it. And then I'm going to go back into the Morphe palette and grab that shimmery orange. I don't even think that the shimmers that I used today, I don't even think they would have really needed that glitter adhesive, but I just got some in my eye. But I definitely think that, it always does help. It doesn't hurt, is what I'm trying to say. And your comments, you guys are so sweet, by the way. Like, you have no idea how many times I've been in happy tears and close to tears in the past, 5 days. It's just amazing to me, the stuff that you guys have written me, both privately and on my videos. And it just means the world to me. And you guys mean the world to me. It's so much fun talking to you guys and getting feedback, because I pretty much mimicked the lower lash line like the upper lash line. Now I want to put something in my waterline. Thought I had my liner. I'm going to use this. I'll use the Modster. This is the Ardency in Modster eyeliner. Modster, not Monster. And it is called, the shade is called Smooth Ride. No, it's called Black. How unique. Just kidding. It could be called Spooky, or, one was called Black Moon. There are so many companies that have good, fun names for their liners, and then there's just black or blue or green or red. It's crazy. But Makeup Forever just uses numbers, so I guess it's one step up from that at least. Okay. Now we're going to use the Maybelline Total Temptation and hopefully not get it on our face. This was a great idea, seriously. I don't think I would have done these shades in this particular way, I guess. And yeah, I absolutely love it. It might be one of my favorite eyeshadow looks I've ever done. I also got a suggestion for a smoky, blacks and silvers. And I am going to do that for sure, because my next, whatever happened to that palette Wednesday, I'm going to pull out my Kat Von D Interstellar palette, and that palette definitely has those shades in it. And I think that will be great for that. And I will let you know who suggested that when I film that video. I mean, I already know, but I'm going to shout them out in that video. I love all of your video ideas too, except for the first full face of highlighters. No, I actually think that's a really cool idea. I'm just nervous. No, I'm not nervous. It's makeup. I could just wipe it off, right? And I'm only playing when I say that I do. I think it's a cool idea. I've always actually, whenever I've watched people do challenge videos, I've always been like, oh, I should do one of those at some point when I start my channel. So, and I forgot about that one. Oh, did I seriously just do that? I did. Perfect. I was trying to get something off my lower lash line, got mascara on my fingers, and then got mascara from my fingers when it and went on my nose. Yep, that's me. Just putting a little bit more. I want this to be dramatic lashes. without the fake lashes, which I promised you guys I would put on fake lashes at some point, and I still promise you I will. I do want to try them because I haven't. I think I've tried it once a really long time ago, and it was a disaster. It was a Katy Perry pair of earrings, and I just kept trying, and it didn't work out, and then I gave up, and I dropped one on the ground, couldn't find it, found it like a week later on the bottom of my shoe. So, haven't tried since. I'm going to use Lena and Sola, which is this shade and this shade from the Sahara and Blush Volume 2 palette from Juvia's Place. I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. I personally, when I do really bold eye looks, I really like doing like pigmented blush. Who am I kidding? I like pigmented blush all the time. Okay. Just taking my powder brush and kind of blending that out. I feel like my hair is just not cooperating today. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighter palette today. It has 3 shades. It has this peach, it has the yellowish green, and it has the pink. I'm going to use the peach and the pink. I'm going to spray my face. There it is. The MAC Fix Plus in Coconut. To meld all of that stuff into my skin. And then I'm going to take my Royal & Langnickel Highlight and Glow brush. Did I just say it? I did, without having to look at it. Yes. Okay, I'm going to use the peach first. If you don't like glittery highlights, you will not like this. This is super, super glittery. I personally love it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We have fallout. And that was like the worst idea ever. Hold on. Whew. Saved the day. Okay, back to highlighting. That, I mean, look at that. That is like, ugh. I need to get a backup of this one because I just know it says limited edition, and I can't believe it's still around because Kat Von D, like, everything is limited edition, and it literally is around for 0.2 seconds, and then that's that. After I record this video for you guys, I will be watching the Jeffree Star Summer Collection reveal video because I am definitely going to buy some of that, if not all of it. Let me tell you, so you know how I just got this mirror here, right? He has you know those rocket pops that are like blue, well, red, white, and blue? Yeah, he has a popsicle rocket pop mirror. I saw it on his Instagram, and oh my gosh, I need that. I need it. They also have an orange creamsicle one. I need that. He has orange, like, makeup brushes. Orange and yellow used to be my 2 least favorite colors, and now it's like, I love them. I'm going to use a little bit of the Rose Shock, which is the pink, on top of that, because why not? We just want to glow like you could see us from space. I did go to Walgreens today. They had like 0 drugstore eyeshadow palettes except for this one that was like the most boring palette I've ever seen in my life. So I don't even know what the palette is called, but it looked like a dupe for the Kylie Cosmetics like pastel weather one. And I was like, but like not pigmented at all. And I was like, no, I just can't do it. So now it is time for lips. And I think I'm going to do Fun Color again. For some reason, I have this really bad habit of like not picking out my lip color ahead of time. And then I'm like shuffling through it with you guys. But, okay, so that's one option. For some reason, I always forget about lips. Like, I don't know why. I just always forget about them. I always grab everything to film with ahead of time, except for, like I said, lips. All right, we're just going to use this. This is the Makeup Revolution Lip Euphoria, and this is in the shade, oh boy, I don't even know. It's like the sticker disappeared. It just says lip Euphoria. I almost said ship Euphoria. Miss Destiny. Got it. Destiny, I think. So we're going to use this. It's like a very pigmented, glossy lip. Half the time when I leave the house, I forget to put on lipstick. We'll get in the car and I'll have like full glam like everywhere else, and my husband will be like, you don't have any lipstick on and you still have foundation lips, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So that, I think, is why I always forget to pull out a lip color for my tutorials as well. But I'm gonna work on it. I like it. Okay. And last but not least, I'm gonna go into that Metal Crush eyeshadow one more time. Metal Crush highlighter. And I'm gonna use the peach shade, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in my inner corner. I'm gonna go over it with the Rose Shock. Oh yeah. That's stunning. The Rose Shock one is the most pigmented, but they're all beautiful. I like what that added. Very pretty. Okay, the only thing I don't like is the lower lash line, the mascara, like. Anywho, but, oh, no, setting spray. There's always like so many steps. Woo. You would think I wouldn't forget them considering I do them all the time. All right. This is the final look. I absolutely love it. I want to thank Glamburger again for suggesting this look. Thank you everyone for suggesting the looks, but this was a really, really good idea. I absolutely love it. Go check out her channel, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I'm sure that you'll see me again over the weekend. I hope so. And yeah, don't forget to enter the giveaway. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below anything that you want to see on my channel. A lot of great stuff coming up. I thank you guys so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.